So, first test run. It works okay. The first problem was super easy. I loosened off all the clamps on the top and slid the hard lines forward 5 inches because one of my steer couplings keeps unplugging itself when I turn sharp. So hopefully that's enough clearance to solve that problem. The second problem is not so easy. My hydraulics are running hot. I think my oil is too thin and my relief valve is not sealing as good as it should be. So the first thing to do is make the oil thicker, because I got some free oil that was only ISO 15 and I didn't add enough thick oil into it to get it back to 46, which is I think what this system is happiest with. So a couple more pails of 100 weight hydraulic oil and we'll see what that does. And I might have to buy an actual 5,000 PSI relief valve. And when I was taking the old hydraulic system apart, I found some ugly chunks in the hydraulic oil filter, and I don't know where they came from. It was working fine on the sickle mower, but I'm thinking about switching that motor to one of the other ones, just in case it has a hurt hole and that's causing me problems. So this abomination is what happens when you run out of material and patience and time for this project and you weld 17 different scraps together. You can see it, that one's my personal favorite. Now the problem is, got rain on the way. I need to get out there and cut another 5 acres to make sure that this hydraulic cooler actually works. And for some reason they put thin aluminum, thick aluminum, and then a tin plate with a stagger. And ta-da! Tapped holes. I don't have to get nuts in there. And my glove is smoking. Material. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different pieces of steel in that. Anyways.
That's not like a bad spot for it? Looks like it would fall off.
No, it's not gonna fall off, but it basically has to be here so that the ports are reasonably in line with the rest of the hydraulics, and it's more or less out of the diagonal sight path that you need to see the back mower. Ideally, something to tie into back here, but we'll probably test it before we end up with that welded in there. The hydraulic side is going to be pretty straightforward, because this is going to get cut a little bit shorter, go straight into there, and then, oh, I got oil on myself. This is going to turn down and have a little loop that goes up into there. Now before, this looped straight to here. Now it goes to here, and then to here.
And that's gonna cool it?
I sort of screwed up a little bit. I put this elbow on here, but with the length of hose and the radius that it likes to bend, I could have actually done a pig's tail straight into there. Whatever, not taking it off now.
It looks kind of unmeant to be.
Well, it wasn't.
In my opinion of
Your not so humble estimation?
not importance. It looks like an afterthought.
It is an afterthought.
Okay.
The amulite is famulated on with scraps. I hate it when these buckets don't work properly.
You look idyllic in your tree.
And my tree. I love my tree.
Tropical tree.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll start getting comments on how I was welding that all ass backward. And I'll be like King Julian. Someday I want to be a professional welder. I'm pretty good already.
Oy. That's your heavy duty oil?
Yeah.
To help it be more cool?
Well, it's not exactly horse hay weather,
really
but it is pretty.
for free.
And it looks like most of it's going to the south of us. Oh, we're gonna introduce the audience to another one of our tractors. This one we actually only half own with the neighbor, as I had no money and he needed a tractor. And this one was for sale, and we bought it like 4 years ago for $4,000 with the loader on it. And it is a 930 Comfort King Western Special with a really crappy worn out seat, unwanted supplemental cab heat in the summer because somebody put a 70 series cab and loader on the 30 series chassis, but it is faithful and owes us nothing. So now it is the emergency backup tractor. It gets left in the yard for when you need to unload something. Wiring.
What are you wiring?
The switch in the cab to turn the fan on.
Tell me about your switch.
Right now, as I try not to fall out of the back of the tractor, we're just wiring a basic on-off switch.
Into the cab?
Into the cab.
So that what you can cool the hydraulic oil at the flick of a switch?
Pretty much.
Flip of a switch.
Except I was dumb.
Oh?
Yeah.
Where are you going with that? I see your hand.
I should not have greased this 3-point hitch pin. It was a mistake. Now, every time I wiggle in here, I get grease all over my shirt. He hates it. Anyways, you gotta come to this side so that you can film through here. So, a few of the things that we've changed since last test. Hydraulic oil cooler, which we hadn't originally planned on, but apparently we need. We've added more shim to the pressure relief valve. Maybe we can find an actual 5,000 PSI cartridge for it somewhere. We changed an O-ring in here. We made these hoses a foot longer so that they don't pop out. Put them in the little O-ring guide. And I'm gonna put 1/8 of a turn in on this rear steer bias valve, which will hopefully make it drive straight. And if we went the wrong way, hopefully we'll know. We're a little low on oil, but we still have enough to test with. We'll probably add another pail later. Other than that, all we gotta do is run it for 20 minutes and see how hot our oil gets. I'm gonna cut one pass on the north side of the ditch so that you can follow with the van and we can hopefully go around the swamp. There's There's some swamp on the north side of the ditch too, but it shouldn't be as bad.
How's it going?
Still don't have enough horsepower on the front mower as I'd really like to have. It starts to slow down if we try to go 7.5 miles an hour. Right now we only have enough horsepower on the front for 6 something. So we'll see what we do about that. I'm gonna mow this 7 or 8 acres here and see how our temperatures do, and let you know. Like retro thermos. If you wash the top of it, maybe it'll work.
What top?
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you're interested in how we farm with antiques.